Now, before uploading your videos, you want to be sure to name the video file the same as your target keyword. So when you use the fast video download from Firefox and you go ahead and download those videos, you want to make sure that you name the file name the same as your buyer keyword, because this is going to help to create relevancy and it's going to better rank your videos. Now, when you're uploading your videos, you do want to make sure that you have them as unlisted first, because this is going to give you a chance to later add the title, the description, and the tags all with your buyer keywords. But if you go ahead and you add everything as public, then you're not going to have a chance to go ahead and do everything and you're going to have to wait, and it's going to be a nightmare for you. So trust me, from experience, you want to go ahead and, as I mentioned, add them as unlisted as it shows right here. You're going to go ahead and choose unlisted when you're uploading them. And basically to expedite the process when creating numerous videos at one time, it's easier to use the bulk upload feature. But the one thing you want to remember is you don't want to use auto uploaders, because that's something that YouTube will look for, and it's gonna be tipping them off that you're some type of a spammer, and you don't want to do that. You don't want to look like a spammer at all. Now, when you're ready to add the video title, it should be added with the primary or the buyer keyword first, the main one. Then, of course, your secondary, as well as all the keyword modifiers as we discussed earlier. So we also like to add pipes in between each keyword, and that's mainly when you're adding your tags. Now, the pipe is located on the same key as on your keyboard as the / button, so you can easily find that. And for example, the video title should look something like this, with your keyword and then a pipe, and then keyword, then a pipe, and then another keyword. Now, YouTube allocates a total of 100 characters per title. So it's best to use as many of these characters as possible, because this is going to get your videos to rank a lot better if you're using up all this space. And when adding your description, we like to add the target URL first, and this is going to help to convert better. And then next, you're going to want to go ahead and add that primary buyer keyword, and then you're going to want to add a relevant article, and then lastly, you're going to want to add the video's URL at the bottom. And I'll show you an example of exactly what I mean. So here's an example in this particular video that we had showed you earlier on in the course, where it almost got 1 million views, and it's, of course, still counting, so I'm sure it's going to get 1 million sometime. But at any rate, this video was done really well, obviously, because it's got such great results. And the main things I want to point out here are that, as you can see, well, their title is not exactly as we had mentioned before, but I'll tell you is sometimes there's no rhyme nor reason to get something to rank, and if you see this guy ranking really well, well, hey, by all means, copy him. But the main thing I want to show you is how he did his description, how this person did. It could be a he or a she. But at any rate, here's the description. They went ahead and they made the description very trustworthy looking. It's basically stating the 4 steps before purchasing, and these are great things to add to a description, because again, is if you do get a manual review from somebody from YouTube, this video looks very non-spammy. Even though this person is promoting a CPA offer, it just looks like a person that's a very trustworthy person wrote this out, and it looks like it's just trying to be very helpful. So it's got the 4 important steps before purchasing Raspberry Ketone, as well as it's, of course, has a couple of URL links to the CPA offer, as well as a really well-written article, as you can see here, and that's what we were describing earlier, is you do want to have your article well-written. You don't want to just have something that's skimpy, just a couple of sentences. You want to have your description full, and use up as much of this space, utilize as much of it as you can. And you can see, last but not least here, where they actually even added more keywords. So they do have, of course, their tags filled out. But unfortunately, YouTube is not letting you see the tags. So fortunately, these here are actually extra keywords that they wanted to put in. And this gave them the ability to rank a lot better, but it also doesn't look like they're spamming the system. It looks like they're just trying to be helpful. So as you can see, for example purposes, this video really kicks ass. I mean, it does phenomenally well. And you can imagine that this person here must be making a ton of money.